I want to tell something about IXON, about what drives us. I think that's really important to know, because that also says something about the future of IXON. First, about myself. I studied computer science 20 years ago, and then right after school I started my own business, and I did software development for machine builders. So I did hundreds of projects, and I did also a lot of machine commissioning. So I went all over the place. There was a moment that I was somewhere at a factory, and I was working on my machine to get it working. And at the same time I saw another machine, which was there already for 2 years, and that machine was not running optimally. There was a guy there, and he was resetting the machine, I think, 10 times a day. So I was a little bit frustrated about that, because I thought, why is nobody solving this issue? I mean, if I knew about it, then I could help him. It's not that complicated to fix that. So basically I was blind. I didn't know what happened in the field. I had no idea. And I think a lot of people here in the room also feel that quite often. And that's basically what drove me to start the company IXON. It was our goal to improve service for machine builders. And that's really important for the world, because as I just told you, there are a lot of machines in the world, and basically everything what we see today and everything what we use and all the building materials, all is produced by machines. There are a lot of machines. And they are not running optimal today. So we have to improve the performance of a factory. But it all starts with knowledge. You need knowledge to improve machines. And here is the knowledge of those machines. We know more about the machine than the machine owners. So it's really our goal to connect the knowledge, together with the machines in the field. And it's really our goal to create service champions. I think it's also important for yourself, because you want to grow the business, so you want to increase revenue in the end. That's the goal of most businesses. I just spoke with the owner of Minipan, an Italian company, and he is selling machines, bakery machines, to the US. And he can only sell machines if that guy from the US knows that the machine is supported well, otherwise they will not buy your machine, right? So selling machines goes together with offering service to those machines. So increase and service at all is also a revenue model, of course, selling service. Profit. Selling machines is quite risky. The margins are quite low. A lot of projects are all different, so it comes with risks. Selling service is easier. You are selling hours, and you're selling material, and you're selling that at the moment that really people need your service, right? So usually that's quite profitable business. So if you want to be better in service, then what kind of challenges are the challenges that we see today? First of all, cybersecurity. A lot of factories, they don't accept connectivity to outside. So that's a big challenge for you if you want to be able to connect to those machines. Then you want to run an effective organization. It's really difficult to get people. So the people who you have in-house, they should work as efficient as possible. So therefore it's important that you have the right service tools and that you are able to integrate all those tools together. Then get access to the data of those machines. The data is really valuable for you. But how do you get access to it, and how do you structure that data? How do you use the data? And the last one, how do you collaborate with your customers? So as soon as you have those insights, and still you need something to work together with your customers. I think we saw a great demo of Omnia about how a customer portal could look like. So this is the reason why IXON is there. Why we started this company. I will quickly tell you a little bit about the current products which we have, and then I will tell you what we did last year in development, and then after that I will move on with what the future developments will bring. Edge gateways, that's a range of products which we have. Remote access for everyone, so not only for engineers but also for non-engineers, so really for everyone. It should work for people really smoothly. Customer portals. What you see here, this is the IXON customer portal. It's based out of widgets, and we have a tool, it's called the Studio, and with the Studio you can design your own custom portal. So you can drag and drop all the components which you see here really easily, And then as soon as that's done, you can publish that on Apple App Store or on Google Play Store, and that's the way how you're building a customer portal. And data dashboarding. So the whole system is seamlessly integrated with it, together, so you can really easy get data out of your machine, store it in the cloud, and visualize that data, and that's really reliable, which is really important, of course. So where are we in the IT stack of a service organization? Most of the companies, they have a CRM system, a PLM system, ERP system, CAD systems, and there we have also the solutions which we are offering: remote access, customer portal, and data insights. And that needs to be one environment in the end, and it should communicate with each other so that you can build an efficient organization. Now I would like to look in what we developed last year. So I will share a few things from last year. Let's start with the first one. This is the SecureEdge Pro device, which is on the market right now, and it brings three worlds together. As you can see over here, the own secure zone within the machine, so the machine network, then the OT network, so the network of the plant, where you have the SCADA systems, and at the right top, the cloud, which is also a really important part today in industry. From the SCADA system, you want to have one interface towards your machine, which is secure, but which is also standardized. So independent on the type of PLC you're using, or independent on the type of machine it is, we just want to have a strict interface to a machine. And you need a secure system solution to connect the machine to the cloud. Then the AppEngine. The AppEngine is really important for the future of IXON. I think today you have seen a lot of innovations and also a lot of inspiration. We cannot develop everything, of course, and I think we all have to collaborate in the world to be able to create those innovations. You engineers, you always have new ideas, and we should never limit you. I think that's really important. And that's also really important for IXON. Our biggest customer today does less than 1% of our revenue. So we have to work for many, many different companies, and we have to build a reliable system. But we also need a system where you can build applications on top of. And that's what we have today. So at the right top you see our user interface. It can be on a tablet or on your PC or on a smartphone, as you can see there. And it contains out of user interface components. And we have a huge library with many of those components. So we have standard graphs, standard bar charts, document share systems. We have a lot of those standard apps. With the AppEngine, you can also develop your own user interface component. And we have also an SDK, and with that SDK it's really easy for developers to develop such applications, including our example source code. It's really easy to do. So that's the user interface component. But often the data needs to be prepared before you can send it to the device. And that's backend code. And here it's called a cloud function. So what you can also do, you can also create cloud functions inside IXON Cloud. And that cloud function can, for example, communicate with other services like Salesforce, for example, or with an SMS provider, or it can communicate with all the API endpoints which are inside IXON Cloud. IXON Cloud is a huge infrastructure with a lot of functions. So that's what the cloud function can do. It can communicate to the outside world and to inside, and can prepare the data and analyze the data and send that data to the device. And in the device, it can be represented the way you like. Then we have also the pipeline function. And the pipeline function is the function which is taking care of the data which gets inside IXON Cloud and which can store the data in a format which is easy to analyze afterwards. For example, if you want to monitor the settings from a PLC, it's different than monitoring a temperature, for example, in a PLC, and it's also different than managing receipts from a PLC. So every type of data needs also different structures, and that can be done with the pipeline function. You don't need all of this because everything works there out of the box, and you can just use. We have a lot of functionality out of the box which can be used standard, but we have the possibility there so that you can manipulate or create extra stuff within IXON Cloud. Last but not least is the Edge apps. So also on the Edge you can create applications to customize basically functionality which is already there. These three things together, pipeline function, UI user interface component and a cloud function, that is one app, and it can be a vertical app. For example, to monitor or to analyze, for example, the current of a specific motor, or to analyze a valve, for example. So that's how then the apps are functioning, and they can be used within IXON Cloud. What we also released last year is a marketplace. So in the marketplace you see apps which are created by us or by our partners. And there are three types of apps. So here we have cloud apps, so that are the apps which are running inside cloud. Then we have edge apps, apps which are running inside the SecureEdge Pro. And we have connectors, so that are apps which are not running in our system, but they connect to our system. So for example, Power BI, if you want to connect it to IXON Cloud, you can install that connector, and then Power BI is able to communicate to IXON Cloud and to get the data. What is also important is that you have people close to you. So we work with partners, and this is Reggio, it's already mentioned a few times today. They're also here today. I think if you want to innovate, you need people, you need face-to-face contact, you need people who are within 1 hour from you, so that you can really talk and discuss and create stuff. And that's why it's so important that we have local partners everywhere in the world which can work together with machine builders to do that last small stuff inside IXON Cloud. So what's next? What will we do next year? A lot. We have a big R&D team, and we know our mission, so we know the direction. And we can see basically three pillars. So essentials, security, and data analytics. Essentials, what that means for me is that today we have a huge product, a lot of functionality there, and it needs to be improved every day, because the product is never finished. It needs to be polished for the next, next 100 years. It needs to be polished every day so that it becomes smoother and smoother and easier and more reliable every day. So we have dedicated people who are really working on the essentials to keep improving that stuff. Then security, really important topic for us. Today our company is really ahead of the market, so we have the most certifications which are available in the market. So we have ISO 27001, ISO 27017 specific for cloud providers, ISO 27007 for privacy, ISO 9001 of course for the quality of our products. Next year we also will go for SOC 2, which is really important also in the USA. Also for you important, if you're selling machines to the USA, they will ask you about it. IEC 62443, already mentioned a few times, we are compliant, but now we have to go to the next phase, and that comes also with extra features. So one of the features which we will release in about 1 month is the request for access feature. If you want to connect to a machine via VPN or just by accessing the touchscreen from your mobile phone, you will be asked, do you want to ask permission to your customer? Then your customer will get a nice email, and he says, this company wants to connect to this machine. Do you accept? You can just press one button, and then you get access to that machine. So it's really important for your internal process, because if you have the process also in our system, then you can also promise your customers that you are requesting access before you will access that machine. And it shows also some extra transparency in the whole system. And a lot of stuff more in security topics like audit logs. You heard Gabriele today, and that are the topics which we have to accomplish with our products to ensure that we have a secure and that we are keeping ahead there. Then the last topic, data analytics. We have now quite some apps already so that you can really easily visualize data, but we will work more on vertical apps so that we can really do deeper analysis on specific parts within your machine. That's it. That's for next year the goals which we have as a company.